Buenos dias. Hello, my name is Karen and I'm a nurse. So, again, my name is Karen. I am from the beautiful and great state of Maryland, where we have too much pride in our state and in our blue crabs. I work as an emergency department nurse over at Holy Cross Hospital in Silver Spring. I've been there for a little over 2 years now, and it's where I started out from nursing school. And oh my goodness, it is an experience, but I have learned so much. And one of the questions that you guys asked about what's my day-to-day life at work made me just crack up a little bit, because it's unpredictable. You literally have no idea what to expect. You might come in and you have an ICU patient that's on various drips and you're titrating propofol or all these other things. You might have a psychiatric patient who's waiting for a placement. You could have someone that has a foot fracture and you have to place a splint, which, by the way, I can place a splint. What? That's insane. You might also along the way have an ambo come into one of your rooms and it's someone in respiratory distress, and now we have to prepare this person for intubation, which in COVID times is also something that's very special to learn. I am a little too familiar now with the process of intubation. Throughout your day, you could also have a stat team. The ER responds to stat teams on certain floors of the hospital, and sometimes we'll have a stat team to dialysis and we're running over and it's a code blue. We might also have someone that is having a precipitous birth, and we have a code delivery to the ER. Very beautiful process, you know? So working in the ED, it is chaos, but it is organized chaos, I will say. And I love working with other people. It is a collaborative effort. Being a nurse is very independent, but also very, did I say dependent? I meant independent, but also dependent. But what's next? So, future plans, you ask? Well, currently I'm over at Walden University. I'm in their ADN to MSN program. I have 4 classes under my belt and I still have 13 to go, but you know what? It is a process. I am invested. I am committed to the cause. There's a Bible verse that says, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. And that's something that I live by in a positive way, that if we have a skill set and we're able to put it to use for other people and bless them, then we should. And that's part of the reason why I want to go back to nursing school, because these are my 3 main reasons. Okay, bye. One is for my future family. So right now I'm a little single Pringle, but in the future I hope not to be. So for my family, I just want to be able to provide financial and medical stability, and also hopefully have better work hours. We'll see. Second, to contribute more to medical missions. So right now I've volunteered at a couple of different medical tents, and I was planning on going with my church over to South Sudan for a medical trip this now past summer, but unfortunately because of COVID, things got, postponed. So I'm hopeful that maybe next year, but I'm a huge believer in volunteer work and nonprofit, and I hope to, keep learning and applying it in better ways. And the third reason is because of the Hispanic community. I come from a Hispanic background. My family is from El Salvador. And so my first language was Spanish, and now my dominant language is English, but I still took more classes for Spanish because I wanted to be able to communicate better with my own family. I go to Hispanic church as well, and it is pretty bilingual, but just the upkeep of it, and it's helped so much because in the DMV area, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, you have a huge Hispanic community, and all across the U.S., it's one of the largest minorities, you know what I mean? And so to be able to communicate effectively with patients in their preferred language is something that I consider my responsibility. But anyways, yeah, so thank you for listening to me. I hope to hear good news back, but even then, I'm still gonna keep buying fig scrubs because someone once told me, are those tailored? And I was like, no, they're just figs. Okay, bye. Oh, sorry, there's a bee.